Rabiya, a Cape campaigner for the Durban season who graced our turf here at the Greyville Racecourse on Saturday in the KZN Guineas, put up a gutsy performance in finishing third from the worst of draws. Believe it or not, Rabiya was not always expected to be a great racehorse. Sarah Clark brings us the story.
Oh, this is a fairy tale. Thanks to Wilfred and Shirley, this is something that first horse we've bred, but when he was born, I mean, he was such a little runt.
Gordon, what does that name mean?
It is Arabic for spring, Rabiya.
Not every racehorse has a perfect beginning in life, and we're here at Cheveley Stud to meet up with the Costas to find out about Rabiya's shaky beginning.
I think we were very fortunate in firstly getting hold of his mother from the Newsoms. They offered, in fact, 4 mares to come to Cheveley, and Rabiya's dam Mystic Spring was one of them. Rabiya being a first foal, he didn't come out all that beautifully, and small, bad-legged, wasn't rated very highly by the panel for the sales. So the decision had to be made as to whether one wanted to race him privately or do something else with him, perhaps become a child's pony or something else. Yeah.
What exactly was wrong with him?
His legs were impossible, and mainly his hind legs, his hocks. They were so close together that they rubbed together. We tried to operate on one of them, but a minor operation only, which, let's say, worked and didn't work. It didn't work from the visual point of view, but obviously it worked because look what he's doing now.
And how was he treated for it?
Yeah, you can't help him really. It's the best healer is time, and we basically had to make the decision as to whether we were going to put him down or whether one was going to take a chance and see if he held out in the training centre. And as time went on, I mean, we threw him out with the other horses and left him to his own accord. And he just strengthened up, and eventually he started to broaden a little bit, and didn't knock his hocks anymore.
So he was obviously a fighter from early on then.
I think Johannes is a bloke you should speak to, because he was totally involved with his horse in fact he did the foaling and took him forward from there, and Johannes remembers so well.
Johannes, did you like him right from the beginning?
Ja, is alright geweest met die begin daar. Sakkel maar ons het hom reg gekry en is tot vandaag toe kan ons iets doen met hom.
Did you ever think he'd be the champion that he's turned out to be today?
Nee, niemand het gedink dit sal so wees nie, maar dit dinge lyk beter vandag as wat dit in die begin gewees het.
If you look at the horse today, I think he's still got a lot more maturing to do, because he's come a long way from what he was. He really has.
What type of a horse was he to deal with as a youngster?
Yeah, he was hard-headed. He had his own way about things, which I think probably, you get this in all good horses. You can't just mess them around. They have their own temperaments, and you require a little bit of hype and temperament, I think, to make a good horse. But once he settles down to do what he's supposed to do, I mean, he's got a wonderful action, he really has.
And so the Newsoms kept him for themselves and raced, and he now races, obviously, in their colours for Fieldspring Racing.
Absolutely. I mean, they took the chance. We couldn't get him onto a sale. He was not accepted for a sale. He was rated too low to get onto a sale. And I'm not crabbing the panel. I think the panel is first class. They really are. John Crom and his men and his ladies, wonderful, really wonderful. But he was that bad. He was just that bad.
And I believe I spoke to Shirley, and there's a bit of rivalry between you and her, between Orange Alert and Rabiya, is that right?
Switch it off. Yeah, no, she loves Orange Alert. She loves Orange Alert, and I just follow the success, you see. That's all I do. And hopefully Orange Alert comes there too and gets to the party. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he's got the ability.
Do you think Rabiya has the ability to maybe be a big feature in the July this year?
If you look at his breeding, you look at his pedigree, the top line, plenty of stamina, but look elsewhere as well. But maybe he will, and then he's going to be a super horse.
So I take it you'll be following him down to Durban to go watch him in the Durban season.
We'll do our damnedest, yeah. We will, yes.
And then well done for breeding such a great horse and for all your hard work and letting him be the horse he is today.
Yeah, well, we can only say thank you very much to John and Karen, because these 4 mares have come out. We've had foals from all of them. And no, it looks as though the mares are going from strength to strength, really does. And thank you very much to them.
Let's go to Milnerton and chat to Dean Canamere about Rabiya's future.
Oh, I trained the mother. You know, she was a filly, a Royal Academy filly that was sent over by Fieldspring Racing, and he was the first foal. And you know, I was fortunate enough to get this horse from Fieldspring Racing. And he was a very backward, immature horse, very much on the leg, and he just continued to improve. He only had one run as a late 2, almost rising 3, and then came out in the springtime, and he just got better and better. When he was a foal, he didn't have the nicest of legs, and decisions had to be made. But Fieldspring decided that they'd keep him in training, or put him into training, and that's the story. He's a winner of the Guineas and the Derby. Not too many horses in South Africa have done that.
You've trained some great horses. Does he fit in that league?
As I say, any horse that wins the Guineas and the Derby, he's got to be something special. And I think I really do think he's going to get better and better as he matures, and especially now as a late 3-year-old going to Durban. But he's a smart type of horse to compare him to some of the top horses. You talk about horses, let's say in recent years, you take a horse like Fremont or Dynasty. Those horses have got, you know, a horse like Fremont won 7 Grade 1 races, Dynasty won many Group 1 races, and we still never saw the best of him. So to put him in that category would be unfair, but he's a very smart horse, and he's still got to prove that, which is going to be very special to do something like that. But he's a very nice horse. After winning the Derby, we've backed off and given him a bit of a rest, and he's in light training, and I'm taking him up for the Durban season that lies ahead. I would obviously look towards, I'll program him towards the July handicap and take the normal route. Probably start him off in the South Africa KwaZulu-Natal Guineas, and then obviously go for the daily news and as his final preparation for the July, if everything goes according to plan. That's what I'd like to do.
Since we spoke to Dean Canamere, Rabiya has already gone to Durban for his winter season campaign, where he ran in the KZN SA Guineas on Saturday, the 7th of May, where he finished 3rd behind Dinasan and Tiger Shark. Drawn 18 out of 18, he had it all to do. But Rabiya was running on strongly in the finish and will certainly enjoy the further trip in the Daily News 2000. And don't forget to watch out for Rabiya in this year's Vodacom Durban July.
KwaZulu-Natal Guineas. Field comes alive from the 1600 metre marker. Ravenscraig out in a flash, Protectors right there, Golden Gangster and Compass Line. Snugglers on the outside, runners are racing deep early on, Royal Harvest keen between runners. Mercury Chief just in behind these, Dunsinane. Then comes Marine Sands, mid-division about 7 or 8 lengths off them. Zebra Crossings further back in the running. He's on the left-hand side, the white sheepskin noseband, white sleeves. Green Silk's got about 10-11 to make up Mr. Assembly. Something else is further back in the running. Rabiya's amongst the back markers, racing about 13-14 lengths off them. Tiger Shark and Fez the back marker. KwaZulu-Natal Guineas Field now comes past the 800 and Compass Line by a length and a half. Ravenscraig second. Golden Gangster Races third. Protectors on the inside. Royal Harvesters further back in the running. Dunsinade's got about 4.5 lengths to track down. Marine Sands to the inside. Mercury Chief gets a scrub or two. Snuggler. Rabiya's coming wider out on the outside to try and improve position. Where's Zebra Crossing? Back to the inside. Got 4 or 5 lengths to make up something else. Golden Gangster. Dunsinane with a big run in the centre of the picture. Rabiya's on the outside and Tiger Sharks unleashing a powerful finish on the outside. Dunsinane strikes the front. Tiger Shark from the back of the field is really eating up the turf, but Dunsinane's finding extra. Dunsinane, a gutsy win from Tiger Shark. Rabiya and Sun Worship running on for minor money.
Well, it was great seeing Rabiya in the flesh over the weekend. No doubt trainer Dean Kannemeyer in Fieldspring Racing would have been over the moon with that performance in the KwaZulu-Natal Guineas, and we wish the Connections the very best with Rabiya during his KwaZulu-Natal campaign. Our next insert is on a likeable young gentleman